All right, keep it up. He is not afraid to get his hands dirty. Bud Klueck is here. We're going to tell you what it means to have a full-service practice. And I guess that's pretty much what you want to talk about, because you hear that all the time. And I know you have, in your family services, as an attorney, a full-service practice. But
that's right, Joe. And I had a conversation recently with another attorney that kind of reminded me what that's all about. Because I was talking to this gentleman. Now, he has been an attorney for 30 years, and he, like myself, is a long-time certified specialist, board-certified specialist, certified by the State Bar. So you're kind of at a high level. And he's trying to amend or modify the child support on behalf of his client. And I mentioned to him, well, I think the child support aspects had been referred over to FSD court. And he looked at me and said, what, FS who? And he said to me that in 30 years of practice, he had never had a case with the FSD court. And we, of course, have had thousands of cases with the FSD court.
Well, let me reiterate. FS who? What? FSD court? Huh?
FSD, Joe, stands for Family Support Division, and it's the arm of the government that establishes and enforces child support or other kinds of family support. It used to be done by the district attorney's office, the DA's office, but then subsequently it's been turned over to the Consumer Affairs in the early part of this decade, and now it's called the Department of Child Support Services. But essentially it is the agency that works for custodial parents. You have to have custody of a child for 51% or more, and if you can use their services, and they don't cost you anything because they're paid for by the taxpayers. But the broader point, Joe, is that this individual had been practicing law for 30 years and had never had a single case against this huge governmental agency that establishes child support in millions of cases. And it just goes to show you that there are just some attorneys who just don't want to get their hands dirty with certain kind of cases.
Yeah, well, you don't have any problem with that. You know, no, I know you dig in. You dig in. So, what would you getting your hands dirty for your clients is not a problem?
Actually, there was one case where I actually kind of did get my hands dirty. We went down into the bowels of the courthouse. This particular individual, my client was paying 100% of his child support and also paying $100 towards arrears or back support. And how that had happened, he had lost his job, and instead of doing what he's supposed to do, which is to go to court and modify his child support downward, he just stopped paying, and it built up and built up and built up. So every month he paid 100% of his child support plus $100 on the back support, but there was so much interest that he actually was like $125 in interest, so he was getting further and further into debt every single month. So I go down into the bowels, I find the microfiche, and you know what, Joe? The government had never asked for interest. So I make a copy of the microfiche, run up the elevator, and show it to the judge. They never asked for interest, Your Honor. And the judge relieved them of all that interest. I saved my client about $22,000.
All because you dug into the microfiche.
Yeah, we're willing to do stuff, but we're willing to do a lot of stuff. That's what full service means. We're willing to do a lot of stuff that a lot of attorneys don't bother with or don't have the specialized training for. For example, we do guardianships in probate court, we do adoptions in juvenile court, and we have a lot of different kinds of specialized training which permits us to do various tasks on behalf of our clients.
Right. Well, that brings me to another point. Because you get involved in all this full practice, you know, even into the microfiche of the bowels of
full
the courthouse.
Service.
Full service. You recently, I want to mention this, got an award, a special honoring.
Oh, my.
Yes, I'm bringing this up. Yeah, super lawyer. Get the big. Where's the SL?
Yeah, I know. I was going to wear spandex with SNL on my chest, though. But
well, there it is.
I thought better of it. But
I see it. Super Lawyer, right there.
Super Lawyer magazine actually is a division of us. It says they're Law and Politics magazine, and there's various markets, various forms of it, and editions in various markets. For example, there's an LA edition or a San Diego edition. And if you're named Super Lawyer, it kind of means you're in the top 5% or something like that. So it's kind of an honor. And I got it last year in 2007, and I got it again this year. So, yeah, that's a recent honor.
Well, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Oh, you betcha.
So now, yeah, you betcha. Now, so if you want the super lawyer, now you know where to go, right?
Well, I just got my diploma this last weekend from UCSD in Spanish, so I now have graduated from SDSU, USD, and UCSD, so I've hit the trifecta in postgraduate education.
There's hardly any letters left.
There you go. Yeah, I have a number of letters.
Thank you, Bud. There it is, Garrison Bud Klueck, attorney, full service. You see it right there.